WonkyProphet, mate. Yeah. Want to see me artwork? Yeah, watch. It's good, innit? Do you want to buy them? All of them? Hey! Deal's done. Hey. So yeah, I've just got back from it was about 5-day, 6-day trip down to Bristol in the UK to do a spot of, I suppose, promotional art drops. I wanted to test out an idea that I had, kind of takeaway art on the street idea. And yeah, I was going down to see a gig with that guy there, my mate, and I thought I'll take a load of stuff down and we'll do these drops and I'll drag him around town for 3 nights and we'll just see if this idea works or what happens. So I'd printed out 151 prints. I think there was 22 different images across the 151, ranging from A3 size down through A4 size and then a small pile of 6x4s, postcard size. And the idea was to go down Bristol, scatter them around places where band posters were, or like here, like not an abandoned building, but an unused building. Things like anywhere there was kind of graffiti, so I knew things weren't going to get ripped down by construction workers or anything. And Bristol's great for this, as you can see. It's all over the art, so as long as you kind of do it in the right place, it gets respected as street art and it'll stay there. That was me there. I stayed at a friend's and had to pack up something like 120 prints that day in little plastic wallets. I wanted them to go in the plastic wallets because this chair's right squeaky. I need to get some WD-40. Yeah, I wanted them to go in the plastic wallets so people would understand that they could be taken away. And I used spray mount, which is like a removable glue for positioning things, so they could be easily removed, taken away out of the plastic and then taken home as a kind of a fine art print for people to enjoy. Now I was unsure whether the idea was going to translate in that people can take them away, but by day 2 I was receiving messages on my Instagram at TheWonkyProphet, same as my YouTube handle. People had been finding them, people thought it was a cool little idea. So this place here, this was day 2. I'd met up with some other mates, Crispy Sounds, Harry the photographer, although he doesn't have his stuff online at the minute, my mate, and they took me to BS5 fish ponds, and there's a cycle track that leads all the way into town, has a few little cool places on it where I could leave some prints. So again, it was kind of like this. There was a bench, but it was covered in graffiti. I thought I'd cheer it up with some artwork. Like I say, it's not permanent, no criminal damage, everything can be taken away. Also, luckily, I seem to have done it on the hottest week of the year in the UK. So put a print up. Yeah, it was like the hottest week of the year, so people were out, people were moving, people were using the cycle track, people were, you know, Bristol's very dynamic like that once you get off the roads. There's a lot of people using these little thoroughfares and walking, cycling. I had some interest when I was putting them up by people. It was really cool, but this was a good job. Hey. And then this I thought was really cool. So this is an actual outdoor gallery on the cycle track for people to put whatever they want up. And my mates were saying it hasn't had anything on it really for quite a while. So I thought, well, I'll just stick loads and loads on, we'll make a whole big display of it, stick around all the ones that are already there. As you can see, my stuff's it's not as big as them, but it's nice and bold, it's nice and colourful. So I was like, right, I'll just do a kind of main drop here. Get all the panoramas I've done here. Airdrop Jesus, silver birch triptych, all the life, death and donuts. I think I even put a few little multiples up of different sizes here, just kind of fill the space out. It was really cool. It was it's given me future ideas. Could you just stand and do something there, maybe on a canvas or something attached to the wall? So yeah, this trip was also just figuring out how I could build this into some sort of form of project. Maybe for grants, maybe for just kind of futuring progressing my artistic practice in the future. Kind of working with this, not so much street art, but art on the street idea. Bristol is obviously very street art, it's known for it, it's famous for it, internationally famous for its street art. So it kind of fit, it was a good place to do it. It was synonymous with the idea of Bristol, which meant people picked it up quite well.
That's cool. I'm the WonkyProphet, right? Does someone want to pay me? Does someone want to pay me to do that? That is cool as out. Whoever did that in Bristol, that is proper cool as out. Look at it. The fox. Let's go see the fox. Farah Contemporary Art. You smashed it, Farah. With that business.
This was the third main drop. So I'd done Staple Hill day 1, and then day 2 we did the fish ponds, BS5, the cycle path, the outdoor gallery bit, and then I think this might have been later on that night. I just decided to keep going. We were all out, I'd had a couple of pints. So this was kind of like session 3. This, I can't remember where this was. It was just some cool little park. Again, graffiti all over it. I'll stick some paintings on it. And then I found this one. So this was a little bike rack. And then very soon I found a phone booth. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to just turn these two. I'm going to have a bike rack gallery. I'm going to have a phone booth gallery. I was not really wanting to spread them out too thinly across Bristol. You know, I wanted a few areas where there would just be kind of, whoa, that guy's turned that into, you know, his own personal thing for 24 hours or 48 hours or however long it was going to last. And again, from what I found was, if I'd done something quite major like this and covered, you know, used all the prints, and I was getting messages within 24 hours saying people were finding them and taking them, or like photos, and it was pretty cool. There was a good take up. And then the day after this I went back to a few of the places just to see, because I didn't know how this was going to work. I didn't know if people were going to understand that this was takeaway art. I was also promoting it every day with kind of reels and video footage that had been taken the night before. So it was a fun little kind of Easter egg hunt I built up, and then I got taught how to link in certain Bristol content creators like Bristol Crazy and kind of just these ones that post, you know, things that are happening all the time, and they were picking it up, they were sharing it, so it got a nice little bit of traction. It got more traction than I believed it would have got when I set out to do it, which was really nice. And like I say, I didn't have any form of real goal from this other than maybe a handful of print sales through my Etsy off the back of it, and maybe 1 or 2 just sort of messages just saying, mainly confirming that the idea worked, because this is something that I can progress in the future and turn into something slightly different. Maybe take to different cities, maybe do something a little bit more focused on the city I'm in and the culture. This was the coolest one. I love putting together the phone box gallery. I like the mix of English traditionalism through the phone box, that are still there, and then this kind of modern use of filling it with art, street art. This one had the best take up as well. I went back to that one the next day, and I think 3 or 4 prints had gone from that just overnight. It was also next to a little it was a French bistro restaurant. What was the name of it? I cannot remember at the moment. I tagged them in, and then again they were another, like, they shared me on social media, pushed it a little bit. People came to see my little phone box gallery, and it's just cool knowing that people were interacting with it and when I wasn't there, and I didn't have to be there for people to interact with it. But yeah, it was a great week. Thank you to everyone who was involved. Maria, Crispy Sounds, Harry, it's good to see T, Jala, all of you lot. Thanks for your help and the support doing it, because it was a belter. But yeah, I mean, look at some of the art in Bristol, it's just immense. It's just fantastic stuff everywhere.
Right, so I'm the WonkyProphet and I'm here in Bristol. Yeah, I think I'm at Fish Ponds. I'm on a cycle path and I was dropping some prints off here yesterday. There's a few on there. I put a few on this little box thing over here. And I was just checking today, see what's been going on, see if any of them have been taken or anything. But yeah, let's have a look. So I had a couple of prints taken off here. I had a big A3 landscape taken off here. There's one taken off there. Now I've been checking in these bushes and stuff just to see in case they've fallen off or anything, but the weather's been really nice and it hasn't rained or anything, and these ones are still stuck up, so I assume people have actually taken them. I've also had a couple of messages on social media to say like, found one of your prints last night and I'm loving it, so. But yeah, coming up to the little gallery wall now. So I got taken to this by my mate who lives here. A little place where people can put things on the cycle track in BS5. That's as much as I know. Maybe fish ponds, something like that. We're gonna have a deeks here. Yeah, they're all staying up. I think these ones, I don't think anything's been taken here, but I can't remember how many I put up. There might have been one here. I'll have to look at the other videos to have a look. But the glue has held, which is what I wanted it to do. Yeah, it looks cool. Alright, let's move on. Down here last night, dropping these ones off. If you want to side, jazz up this little bike rack. I messaged someone got one from here, so I'm not quite sure which one it was. I think it might have been down there. I'll have to check the video again. But yeah, there's a cool little spot there, so I thought I'd just turn it into a little WonkyProphet gallery. And they're all stuck on, even on the curved bit, which is pretty cool. Job. Off that little box. One of them, I think. Might have been that one. Little post box line. Ooh. I think that might be one going off there. And then my little definitely one or two missing out here, I think. Two, I think. And then the post box. Come see me little telephone box gallery in the dark. WonkyProphet, mate. Yeah. You want to see me artwork? Yeah, watch. It's good, isn't it? Do you want to buy them? All of them? Hey! Deal's done. And to top it all off, Crispy Sounds playing live, Cornerstone Horns. These are the guys that give me all the music to use on my YouTube videos. So it was really cool being down in Bristol for quite a big gig for them. All original music, hour and a half, through a sound system. Sounded amazing. Great dance.
yeah, take it away, boys.